Mr. Harris, we are ready to go. We will be broadcasting through YouTube.
All right. Let us open the Springfield Local School District January 27, 2021 meeting. Ryan, would you please call the roll?
Yes. Mrs. Geiger?
Here.
Mr. Ominski?
Here.
Mrs. Kovac?
Here.
Mr. Mush?
Here.
And Mr. Harris?
Here. Okay. Would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which we stand, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Are we back? I couldn't hear anyone else except myself.
You did a good job.
You got it? Okay. All right. I guess, Mr. Geha, it's over to you for the commendations.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. So as we begin this year 2021, we also reflect on everything for the 2021 school year so far. And Dorr Elementary has a PBIS team that has won the Silver Award or earned the Silver Award. They just do a great job of working with children and sharing expectations and goals for performance and behavior. So Dorr has done everything to earn this next award in the PBIS program, which is Positive Behavior Intervention Support. So it recognizes children and parents and teachers for doing the right thing at the right time. And we thank everybody at Dorr, but we also thank a few that are on that PBIS team, which is Angie Rechtine, Barb Eckhart, Erica Hogue, Natalie Kalo, Brad Kearns, Kelly Kearns, and Haley Wright Combs. So we thank them for a job well done. And it's not over because they will continually work to improve and earn that next award. So excellent job, Dorr staff. Thank you. Our second one is thanking the helping hands when it came to working with the Springfield Holland area during our holiday time. Several groups and companies and churches helped provide gifts and food to 200 families in the Springfield Holland area. And on top of that, over 60 coats and gloves for those children as well. And those helping hands were the First Baptist Church, Providence Lutheran Church, Holland Free Methodist Church, Herb's Heroes, UPS, Mike Langenturfer and the Countertop Shop, Coats for Kids, Martha Feder, and Coats and More for Kids, Shannon Minowski. So thank you to everybody that contributed to that in helping over 200 families in Springfield schools.
Very much appreciated by everyone helping others like that. You want to go to the presentation then, Mr. Geha?
Yes. At this time, we would like to introduce Sherry Copeland-Shaw. Sherry is our principal at Dorr Elementary, and she'll be presenting to us today on the Dorr School this year.
Well, hello. It's good to see everybody. First of all, thank you to all of our board members. It is Board Appreciation Month, so thank you for all that you do for Springfield Local Schools. I just have to reminisce just a minute. I think probably 20 years ago or 20 plus years ago when I did my first board presentation, I believe I was using slides that were about this big and that were in a little projector that went around in a circle. So we've come a long ways.
Absolutely.
I probably even have some of those slides actually. But I'm going to be sharing this virtually this time. And so just going to share a few slides about some of the things that are happening at DOOR. So I'm going to go ahead and present, hopefully. You'll have to give me a second because I do have to kind of orient my presentation for you in my present mode. Hopefully all of you can see my screen that's loading right now. If somebody could just say yes, because I can't see your faces now.
It is, Sherry.
Okay, perfect. Good. Thank you. Well, first of all, welcome to DOOR Elementary. You know I like to do my themes. It's a great place to be this year. Hang on. I got to wait. Yeah. And we all belong at DOOR Elementary, and that is our tagline. We all belong. So you're going to see lots of bees. We're modifying our presentation. Instead of doing a beehive, we actually did the hybrid model. We're doing bees this time for this presentation. So we're doing the acronym BEES. So we're going to start out with B. It's for building demographics. Just to give you a little idea of who makes up the students that come here to DOOR Elementary. We have currently 357 students K through 5. We have 33 students that are currently in the Springfield Digital Academy, 100 plus preschool students, and then just sharing a little bit about the demographics of our student population. Due to the efforts of Cindy and Casey, we did have about 27% economically disadvantaged. We're actually up to 40%. And we do know that impacts some of our title funding. And our students with disabilities, actually, our numbers have actually gone down. So just to share that highlight, we're going to go on to E already. E is for education first. I'm just going to share with you that we do believe that education is our first priority. So every day our students do hear, why are you here? They are here to learn. Who is in charge of their learning job? Mrs. Kearns, one of our second grade teachers, who has been just a godsend with her technology skills and has been really leading us through a lot of these challenges. Mrs. Hogue, one of our fourth grade teachers, and also on our PBIS team. And then we have Mrs. Comet, who transitioned to a new position this year, which is literacy coach. And here she is training some of our teachers in the new ELA curriculum. We have a new addition with Nurse Kelly. She has a wealth of knowledge and has been a wonderful resource for us. She actually used to work for the Lucas County Health Department and has just been a true champion for children. So Miss Kalo, who has been doing a yeoman's job of supporting our families through meals, resources, just supporting our kids just with some of our SEL needs as well. Mrs. Rectine, who actually is in somewhat of a different role, she helped us put a playground together so we could get our kids out on the playground in zones just to keep kids socially distanced, as well as doing zones of regulation as well. Mr. Anthony, one of our recess monitors, is engaging with our students out on the playground. And our final letter is S, and that is setting students up for success. Some of our teachers did some really going to the homes. They did some distribution of packets to help the families at home, going to families and leaving packages for them so kids could get resources at their homes. And then we've been doing some different STEAM opportunities for our students. This is Mrs. Enderlin's fifth grade class doing some things with pumpkins. Mrs. Mailing, as I mentioned before, they were coming up with how to trap a turkey. We did Monarch Watch in the fall, helping support the monarchs. And the Toledo Zoo did come out and helped us with their Project Prairie. They worked with our students pre-K and then our fourth grade students as well to 5. And Mrs. DeSalle, who's been another champion with our Project Prairie initiatives. And we have students out on the prairie. These were journals, Project Prairie journals, so they could make observations and catching bees with the bumblebee watch. We also still have our partnership with the University of Toledo with tutoring. This took us a little while, but we did figure it out virtually. So we have a student here that's working with a virtual tutor from the University of Toledo. We were able to also teach some, citizenship and leadership skills through a student council election. And these are some of our student council representatives. We're trying to teach leadership as well as character. We also still have a buddy brigade. So when any new student comes in, we do have buddies that help support them and help transition them into the building. This is some of our students representing Red Ribbon Week, because we do feel it's very important for our students to make good decisions, healthy decisions. These are some of our kids of character, because obviously we understand that character is tremendously important. And these are just some final pictures of some of our door dragons that we're very proud of, because we do love Door Elementary. And that is my presentation for this year. So does anyone have any questions for me?
Anyone? Well, I certainly appreciate that. It's a great presentation, Sherry. Thank you so much. I see some green leaves on the tree, so I know some of those weren't good and,
Yeah, I went through from August to present. Those are all from this year.
Well, thank you so much for the presentation. It's greatly appreciated by the board.
Absolutely. Well, this is the place to be. So we appreciate, again, all of your support. So thank you so much. All right. Take care.
Okay, you too. Brian?
I think the next one is the approval of the Board of Education meeting notes for the study session meeting notes from December 9th, 2020, and the organizational meeting on January 13th, 2021.
I'll make a motion, we approve the meeting minutes as presented.
Second.
Mr. Muse,
Yes.
Mrs. Geiger,
Yes.
Mr. Ominski,
Yes.
Mrs. Kovac,
Yes.
Mr. Harris.
Yes, motion carries.
Item 5, the treasurer's report. Ask in item A for your approval of the December 2020 financial reports and graphs as presented.
We have a
So moved.
motion?
So moved. Oh, go ahead.
Who
Second.
moved it? Who moved it?
I'll
Sorry.
second. Ken moved motion.
Mr. Muse,
Yes.
Mrs. Geiger,
Yes.
Mr. Kaminsky,
Yes.
Mrs. Kovac,
Yes.
and Mr. Harris.
Yes, motion carried. Anything
And I
else?
do not have any other.
Okay, Mr. Geha.
Hi, Mr. Harris. Thank you very much. Item 6A begins the superintendent's report, and that begins new contract changes and acceptance. So first, for the certified, Lisa Holden has earned some additional education. And for classified, we have some changes and some new individuals assisting us in transportation, in custodial, in food service as well. Then we have a change of assignment for Claudia going to Chrissy, and then a change in hours for Sandy McCaleb and Lois Tabner in transportation.
Motion?
So moved. Second.
Mrs. Geiger,
Yes.
Mrs. Kovac,
Yes.
Kaminsky,
Yes.
Mr. Muse,
Yes.
and Mr. Harris.
Yes, motion carries. Staff recommendations?
Thank you. Item 6B are leaves of absence for Sarah Bruce, Angela Enderlin, Jennifer Morrison, and Ashley Nowatka.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Muse,
Yes.
Mr. Ominski,
Yes.
Mrs. Geiger,
Yes.
Mrs. Kovac,
Yes.
and Mr. Harris.
Yes, motion carries.
Thank you. 6C, our pupil activity, and we have a volunteer swim coach.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Geiger,
Yes.
Mr. Muse,
Yes.
Mr. Ominski,
Yes.
Mrs. Kovac,
Yes.
and Mr. Harris.
Yes, motion carries.
Thank you. Item 6D are resignations and retirements. Craig Campbell resigning as a substitute teacher and Nancy Hauser retiring from transportation. Nancy Hauser has worked for us for 36 years. Nancy began with us here in SLS as a substitute driver in 1985, and she has been with us the whole time. So she's worked in transportation. She also helped out in some of our kitchens and playgrounds over the years. And when I was going through Nancy's file, I saw this typed parent letter to the transportation director at the time. It's from January 29th, 1999, and it's praising the job that she did in transportation for their child. And that is in her file. It says her character, how she took care of young children on the bus. So we thank Nancy Hauser for her 36 years in Springfield, because she will retire February 1st of 2020.
We need a motion?
Yes, please.
So moved.
Second.
That was 2021, Matt.
Sorry, yes, she will retire February 1 of 2021. Yeah.
Mr. Muse,
Yes.
Mrs. Geiger,
Yes.
Mr. Ominski,
Yes.
Mrs. Kovac,
Yes.
Mr. Harris.
Yes, motion carries.
Thank you. 6E, we are hiring 2 certified substitutes for the classroom.
Need a motion?
So moved. Was it updated? Because I only see one.
I apologize. We do have 2.
Okay.
We have Diane Gajewski, who is actually a retired Springfield teacher, and Alec Blake. And Alec has worked for us in the past as well as a substitute.
Okay.
And those are effective. Diane is effective today, and Alec's effective date would be January 20th of 21.
I'll second.
Mrs. Kovac,
Yes.
Mrs. Geiger,
Yes.
Mr. Ominski,
Yes.
Mr. Muse,
Yes.
and Mr. Harris.
Yes, motion carries. College Plus, Credit Plus.
If I can go back to item E, Mrs. Geiger, did you not have the Diane Gajewski on your copy?
No, I did not. I only have one.
Okay.
I
Alec.
didn't have it either.
Okay.
Yeah, I only had one.
All right, that's my fault. I think we got that on there after I sent you the packets. But I think you all know Diane Gajewski. I think she retired from Door Elementary, possibly.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Spent her entire career with us. And for those that are on the YouTube channel watching this, we are in need of substitute teachers, drivers, cafeteria, custodial, every category that keeps us going during the current situation. So I apologize that that was not updated on your list. Item 6F is a supplemental contract for Tim McDaniel. He is a intervention teacher at SHS, and Tim is going to be an ESY tutor. So he will tutor some of our children in the summertime for the federal program office.
Is this another edition?
Yeah, that's not on ours.
It's not on our stuff.
Okay. So it's a 6F, Tim McDaniel.
We have a 6F, but it's the
Right.
CPP.
It's
It says college, our 6F is College Credit Plus approval.
Oh, okay. So let's hold off on what I shared. So I'm going to scratch, Ryan, what I shared about that ESY tutor. And I will push that to February 10th.
Not a problem.
And now we will go to what you have for 6F, which is the College Credit Plus contract with Owens Community College. We have to offer College Credit Plus to any child in SLS, and we currently have contracts to offer those classes with Owens, UT, and BG. Each college can set their own price, and on the front page of that contract shares with you the price for a Springfield kid taking the College Credit Plus course. And there's different prices. If our child goes to the Owens campus to take it, is one cost per credit hour. If our child goes online to take it through Owens, per credit hour. If an Owens teacher comes to SLS to teach that course on our campus. And then finally, if our teacher teaches that course on our campus, on behalf of Owens, we still have to pay a per credit hour cost to that college.
Okay, need a motion to that effect?
So moved.
Second.
Mr.
Yes.
Omenski,
Yes.
Mrs. Geiger,
Yes.
Mrs. Kobeck,
Yes.
and Mr. Harris.
Yes, motion carries.
Thank you. I think it's now item 6G is a contract for an SLP provider through the Toledo Pediatric Speech Therapy, which apparently I need a lot of. So the first contract in G is through the auxiliary services personnel work that we do here, where we do offer services to children enrolled in non-public entities within the Holland Springfield area. Our current provider couldn't find enough SLPs during COVID to help with this. So this is a new contract with a new provider for an SLP at St. Joan of Arc through ASP dollars.
Need a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Geiger,
Yes.
Mr. Mush,
Yes.
Mr. Omenski,
Yes.
Mrs. Kobeck,
Yes.
and Mr. Harris.
Yes, motion carries.
Thank you. Item 6H is the same contract with the same provider, but this contract is used with IDEA dollars or children on an IEP. Same company, same provider, but IEA dollars to pay for that contract in SLP.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Mush,
Yes.
Mr. Omenski,
Yes.
Mrs. Geiger,
Yes.
Mrs. Kobeck,
Yes.
and Mr. Harris.
Yes, motion carries.
Thank you. Item 6I is professional development. There are two items on here that I have. One of them is for St. John's employees to be trained. And item 2 is also for St. John's employees to be trained with Title II dollars that flow through the public school where that private school resides.
So moved.
Second.
Mush,
Yes.
Mrs. Kobeck,
Yes.
Mrs. Geiger,
Yes.
Strominsky,
Yes.
Mr. Harris.
Yes, motion carries. Safety.
Thank you. I do not have anything for item number 7. However, we are in week 2 of our return to the hybrid model. And so far, the kids have done well. I know it's not what everybody would choose, but they've done well. We have had a few challenges with staffing, but we've been able to stay open so far, and I update you on those through email. Today was a good day, and hopefully it will progress that way through the end of January. Or actually Friday last week, the Lucas County Health Department put out guidance for COVID, and they had changed their guidance last Friday, January 26th. And I had begun to prepare materials for all of you as we look at opportunities to grow what we currently do in classrooms and in the hallways. Then yesterday, January 26th, the health department put out a new updated document with different information in it. So I am going over this with my team and changing what I was going to present to you. And after this week, we will begin to look what we can do with this new guidance. It does take the 6-foot recommendation down to 3 feet K-12 for the classrooms and transportation. It does not allow you to go below 6 foot in the cafeteria. And that is because masks are off when kids eat K-12. So I will be preparing this, working with our team here to recommend to you what we can do to grow what we currently do K-12 in the district. And I should have something for you at our next meeting on the 10th of February. Any questions about that component? Kind of falls under safety and security.
Any questions, please?
Nope.
Do you have anything else, Mr. Geha?
No, that is it, but I do ask an executive session.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn to executive session. I believe that was for conferences with an attorney.
Second.
Mr. Mush,
Yes.
Mr. Strominsky,
Yes.
Mrs. Geiger,
Yes.
Mrs. Kovac,
Yes.
and Mr. Harris.
Yes, motion carries and we'll be now in executive session.
Does that have whining?
Oh, there he is. Would someone like to make a motion?
You said
Make
bet.
a motion, we adjourn.
I'll motion that we adjourn.
I think Ken made the motion.
Oh, I'm
Geiger,
sorry. I'll
You
second.
second? All right.
I will.
This is fun, isn't it?
No.
No.
Mr. Mush,
Yes.
Mrs. Geiger,
Yes.
Mr. Omenski,
Yes.
Mrs. Kovac,
Yes.
and Mr. Harris.
Yes, motion carries. And thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us today.
Thank you. And hopefully we will be in person in February.
Okay.